Hello, ladies. So good to see you. Yay. Yeah, I thought for like the last month, I thought this call would be on a new moon, but it's not a new moon. So I changed the password and then I forgot to tell you. So,
That's okay.
Alondra, we can't see you. Can you turn on your camera?
Okay.
There you are. So I will let in Cassandra. So make yourselves comfortable. I'm going to light us a candle. And I'm going to light some sage as we get ready. Is anyone else in their period today?
Say that again.
Any of you are having their periods today?
No.
I'm full on my period today. And there's this one thing I like to do that's a little personal, but I don't care. It's this hot pack and it has princesses on it. Makes me feel really good. So welcome. This is so exciting. Oh, Giselle is arriving. So as we get ready, I'd love for you ladies to write in the chat, what is it that you would love to let go of as you're entering this new phase of your life? So if you haven't brainstormed about it, that's fine. If you just want to jot down a few words that you're thinking that might be something you've been thinking, you can't live with that anymore. So write what you think you'd want to let go of in the chat. And so I'm going to just post those two things that I'd love for you to post in the chat. The other one would be, what would you want to welcome into your life instead? Okay. Yeah. Hi, Giselle. Cassandra, I'd love to see your face. So we'd like to let go of other people's opinions, bring in more peace. Yeah, I also wanted to share with you what I wrote in my journal this morning. I went for a walk in the woods and I came back wanting to let go of anything that prevents me to love my womb. I wanted to release the belief that there's a right way to do things and the worry that, I'm doing things wrong. And I need to find effective ways to protect my body and mind from stressing and keep from things that are stressful and keeping it from attacking your body. Great thing to let go of as well. And I also wanted to let go of anything that's holding me from celebrating wins, anything that is meant to be celebrated, small or big. So as you think about that, we're gonna let Natalia in as well. And what I'd love to do as we're all meeting for the first time is I'd love first I'm going to say thank you so much for being here. This is such a huge win that we should all celebrate together, that we are all gathered as powerful, driven women. Hi, Natalia. And Wendy is also going to come on board. I'm just so grateful for you, and you should be proud of yourself for taking that step and honoring yourself and honoring your well-being and honoring who you are and rising, right? Choosing that this time, it is a time in history when you are choosing to determine how you want to show up in the world, especially in this pandemic times, right? So in order to introduce one another, I'd love for you to, one after the other, unmute yourself and say, what's your name? What's your main goal for Master Your Self-Care? So for the next 6 weeks, and how you're feeling today. Okay, so your name, what's your main goal for Master Your Self-Care, and how are you feeling today? All right, so I'll go on order of who came in. So Ariane, would you like to tell us?
Yes, of course. Hi, ladies. I'm feeling very grateful getting to spend the next 6 weeks with you guys. And I feel very fortunate to be a part of this small group of inspiring women. For me, my main goal, as I said in the chat, or try to say with my French autocorrect, is that I want to keep stress out of my body and my mind. I feel like whenever I'm in a stressful situation that lasts over a couple days, I truly feel it in my joints, in my jaw, in my sleep cycle. And I don't want to care that much about stress. I want it out of my body. So this is my main goal. Yes.
And how are you feeling today?
Today I'm feeling quite stressed with work and the events of the last week and a half or so, whatever everything is happening in the US and in Canada. Yeah.
So we'll try to ease that stress today.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ariane. Shalandra, darling, your turn to unmute yourself.
Well, I'm Shalandra, and I'm upside down.
Yeah.
I'm not real sure how that happened, but what I really want to get out of this is just finding more time for me to really get to know me and understand me and start doing more for me. I'm always the type that does stuff for everybody. Give you the shirt off my back and walk around without one if need be, but I want to, instead of doing for everybody else, start trying to do for me.
Thank you. And how are you feeling today?
Today is actually a really good day. I woke up, no headache, woke up about 6 o'clock this morning like a crazy woman, but I actually feel good today.
Amazing. Well, we're glad you're here. Thank you. Cassandra, I think you were next on.
Hi everybody, I'm Cassandra, and for me, it's been a beautiful day today, and I'm enjoying the day because it's Friday and I'm almost off work, so I'm really happy about that. My goal to be in this group is maybe let go of my fears, personal fears that I have in life, and maybe, like they say, in work on my stress levels.
Good. Do you not want us to see you?
I'm not the best looking right now, so I'm just gonna leave it like that.
It's all good. Thank you. Giselle.
Hi guys. So my purpose is to achieve acceptance in not only of my body but also of my emotions. I feel like Ariane was saying, that it's so easy to get stressed with like everything that's going on externally from us, and also with our own personal lives, that you kind of question yourself, should I be feeling this way or should I not be feeling this way? So kind of just be free of accepting what I am feeling, and that it's okay, and just either if it's good or not good, like we're human. So I think just coming to peace with that.
Amazing. And today you're feeling?
I'm feeling good. Today is my Saturday, so I'm off of work and enjoying the sun. I went outside for a walk, so that was pretty good.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're here. Natalia.
Unmute. Hi guys, sorry. So my name is Natalia, and it's already my second round. Like I've done this master self-care first program, but I didn't really benefit it to the fullest. The thing, I've had a ton of things going on, including moving houses. So there were moments when I was like literally jumping on a call while people were packing my house. So that wasn't exactly the time. So I'm here for the second time, and my main goal is actually to keep it the way it is, because I've been through this whole turmoil of moving houses, and I'm still in the middle of it because I'm in the middle of moving continents, which is a bigger jump, which you can imagine that Corona coming into the whole of it wasn't exactly ideal, let's put it that way. So yeah, and but even though that's still the case, I managed to kind of find my balance and come back kind of on track, if you will. That is my routine and everything. So I'm here to mainly really benefit from the program this time, find the space to really listen to the classes, do the stuff that can help, and make it my priority. And yeah, that will be it. And as you can see, I feel like it's full moon, so I'm all over the place. Like the energy is like this, and I cannot stay in one place, but it's always like this. In new moon, I'm like lying flat and can't move, and now I'm like this, so it's just what it is.
Thank you for sharing. It's so great to see all of our different energies, right? And so let me tell you a little bit about the full moon. This call is very short. What I wanted to do is really just set the tone and for us to meet each other, yeah, meet one another. And I wanted to just tell you a little bit about today's full moon energy and for us to really anchor our goals together and talk to you about what you can do to really use this energy for your well-being, especially for the next 6 weeks. I'm going to speak a little bit about self-care and what I believe self-care is, and I'm going to invite you to let me know what self-care is for you. And then we're going to do a short 5-minute meditation to cut the cord, to help us release anything that we don't want. Does that sound good to you? Okay, amazing. So this full moon energy right now is in Sagittarius. And if any, I know Giselle is doing some astrology work. I think Ariane also, maybe you have a little bit of a knowledge of that. If there's anything you want to share that I'm not saying, you're welcome to do it. Basically, the Sagittarius energy is, if you can see Sagittarius or the sign of Sagittarius, it's half horse, half man, okay? And so it's like being free from the man's, from the human's mind, logic, physical, and then evolving into the soul, into like having a higher aim. And it's like both having your feet planted into the ground, and again, like really having this quest for divine truth and for your soul purpose and for the expansion of something else. And what's really powerful about this full moon is that it's also the first of 3 eclipses, and there hasn't been a Sagittarius eclipse since 2010, 2013, I believe. And the lunar eclipse will happen today at 3:12. So basically in less than 3 hours, because Natalia's in another time zone. So my mind won't calculate this very fast. And so what's really powerful about a full moon and an eclipse, it's like a super attracting energy where it gives you even more power to any intention that you have, to anything that you want to let go of. And some of you might know, but there's the new moon intentions, bringing in the new, and then there's the full moon shedding light on what are really deep issues, shining light on what we need to let go of. And that's what we're doing today. In order to start this 6-week journey together, we need to let go and release anything that doesn't serve us, anything that's been like weighing in our backpack that is just like freaking slowing us down. And because of this full moon eclipse, it's like projecting us in a trajectory that is way faster than ever before. So when we set intentions, when we powerfully, intentionally mention to our soul and to our higher self and to the universe what we want to let go of, it just has that much power because it's using the full moon and the new moon's energy. Okay? Do you have any questions so far? No? Okay. So we will, like I asked you at the beginning, what you want to let go of. Sometimes we don't really realize what we really want to let go of. So the meditation might help you understand what you still feel attached to that's weighing down on you, that's slowing you down. And before we do the meditation, I did want to tell you a little bit about self-care and about what my vision of self-care is and why I've put this program together. Because I really believe that self-care is more than secluding ourselves from our surrounding and our environment to love ourselves and to do this and to appreciate life. Because I used to think that self-care is just, going to take a bath or going to take a walk and being away from nagging people who annoy you. But in reality, it's how can we still have self-care, still love ourselves, still offer kindness and compassion to ourselves while everything is happening, while we're with people who annoy us, while we're at a job that we're not fulfilled in, while we have children screaming at us, while we have children making us not sleep, while we're living with our parents and we might not agree with how they think and what they do for us. We can still have self-care and we can still really enjoy our life. And the first lesson you're going to have is about the breath. But for example, Natalia and Wendy have done round 1, but there's a bonus video that I added in round 2 so that you can use the breath in releasing pain in your body. Okay, but not only releasing pain, releasing anxiety, releasing any pressure that your body is feeling from external pressure, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I added a video so that it can help you take action and learn about the signals that your body are giving you, like flags. You know how in soccer, they're going to raise a flag, or football too. If something's wrong, they're raising a flag. Well, our body is also doing that. And that's the foundation to self-care. That's the foundation to living purposefully and fulfilled. And that's the foundation to knowing what intentions to set and knowing what to release and what we really need to let go of. Yeah. And in this program, you're going to learn how to recognize what your non-negotiables are. And that's one thing that Natalia actually really enjoyed from round 1, that, how to, well, Natalia, would you like to share with us a little bit what you retained from the non-negotiables aspect?
Yeah, that was the only thing that I remember. Now so with the whole thing, everything that was happening, I didn't really have time to always have time to practice or to meditate or to breathe or to even listen to Claudia-Sam sometimes. But during one of our calls, we discussed this concept of non-negotiable things that you need to do for you and that you kind of set up as a non-negotiable. And I was thinking about it, and of course I had bajillion things in my head that should be in that list, but the only thing I managed, I have on top of everything, I also have a 7-month-old baby. So with all that, I only managed to read 10 pages of a book while having a coffee when she was napping. The rest was kind of tornado, but this was so I said, oh, I should, do this and do yoga and run and everything. But honestly, I just limited it down to this one thing, and that one thing really became a thing. And it made me feel very good, because I found this tiny 5 minutes that I never let go of, and it helped me start building the habits.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So that's what you're going to work on in the next 6 weeks. Which habits do you want to keep? Which habits do you not want to keep? Which are taking more space than they should in your life? And really discover what your non-negotiables are and how to bring them to the forefront of your life. I'd love for you to unmute yourself and say one word or one sentence, sometimes that's the hardest, of what self-care means to you before we go into the meditation, if you want to, please. So whomever wants to share first.
Self-care for me is to feel completely calm, head to toe calm, no tension.
Thank you.
I think self-care for me is loving myself. So doing that for me, and maybe not getting it from someone else. So really taking care of myself and loving me. Yeah.
Thank you.
For me, it's balance.
Thank you.
I was going to say peace, just being at peace with everything around me.
Thank you. Cassandra, would you like to share what self-care is to you?
Yeah, peace within myself and peace with my decisions. I think it's my biggest thing right now. It changes every day, but I think that's the biggest one right now.
Thank you. Yeah, good point. It changes every day. Let's be at peace if that happens throughout this next 6 weeks, ladies, all right? Because your needs might change. You might end up moving continents. You might, have other jobs and be real, like there's many different things. We're in a pandemic. We've never prepared for this in our whole lives. So, we have to be kind for ourselves, with ourselves. And so I just want to invite this in your mind. Are you ready for the meditation? Okay, it's going to be a short meditation, and I just invite you to be really comfortable. If you want to lay down, you can. It might be harder for the visualization if you're laying down, but if you prefer doing that, do that. And try to make yourself as comfortable as possible. Relax your shoulders and relax your face. And I love to make sure I relax my tongue and my jaw. It's like if my whole body relaxes instantly when I do that. And we'll take 3 breaths together. So exhale everything. Inhale through the nose, inflate the belly, the chest, roll the shoulders back, exhale, chest and belly. 2 more at your own pace. Beautiful. Now I invite you to bring to the forefront of your awareness that main thing that you want to let go of. Something that, imagine it's something that it's weighing you down. Something that either feels like it's heavy in your backpack, or like it's tight on your ankle, or it's actually pressing you down and slowing you down. Whether it is, the stress of the job, whether it is of making decisions, not sure if you're making the right ones, whether it's self-doubt that you will get to your goal by the end of the 6 weeks, whatever it is that is weighing you down right now. Imagine that it's in front of you, about a meter away. And notice if there's a shape or a color, or maybe it's a person, or maybe it's just the words. And I want you to also now imagine that from your heart, from the core center of your being, there's a cord that links you to that thing. Maybe the cord is actually from your shoulders or from your neck or from your ankle. Just become aware if it does shift in your body, if it's somewhere else than attached to your heart. And I invite you to really become aware how there is a separation between you and that thing. You are not that weighing down. You are not that weight. You are not that fear. You are not that doubt. And recognize how your body is responding to just the knowing that you are not it, that you are not the weight, the negativity, the slowing down, the stopping of the habits. Notice that it is not you, and recognize how your body responds. And hopefully it's in a positive way. And if your body doesn't respond in a positive way, I invite you to bring in that sensation of peace, the sensation of calmness that you want, the sensation of release of stress, of freedom. And if you feel like it's even not so possible because you're still attached to that thing, now with your most powerful vision and feeling of determination and of commitment, imagine a pair of scissors or something that cuts that cord so strongly, so definitively, and see that thing move out of your awareness. It takes along with it the cord, and wherever it was attached to you from, you don't see that anymore. You don't feel the tension anymore. Now notice how your body feels. And I invite you to bring in the opposite? What do you wish to welcome into your life instead? And what feeling does that have? Feel it right now. Maybe bring in the breath and make that sensation be felt everywhere in your body. Make that sensation expand with truth, with being, with presence. And find a smile at your heart and a smile on your face. Let's take 3 deep breaths again together. And this time, when you exhale, open the mouth and sigh out, releasing any residual tension that is holding you back. Inhale. Gently open your eyes. Beautiful. If you'd like to share how that was for you, let me know. You're welcome to unmute yourself and let us know. If you feel like you want to journal about whatever came up, you're welcome to go and do that. And this kind of meditation you can always do at any time where you feel like something is controlling you. When you feel like something or someone is manipulating you, whenever you feel like you're being weighed down and slowed down in your own process, and sometimes it's negative thoughts. Sometimes it's the thought that we're not good enough. Sometimes it's the thought that, well, it won't work for me. Why would it work for me? You know, what if it doesn't work out? Those thoughts can be weighing you down. So you can imagine a cord, in front of you. And the first time I did this meditation, might not have been the first time, but I remember it was for my mother. I wanted to detach from the manipulation that I felt from my mother. And so I guess one part that we might not have done in this meditation is the acceptance that the feeling and the negative weighing down is there. Because we have to also remember that we're human and that thing is part of life. And if we don't accept it necessarily, it could come back. So if you ever do redo this meditation, try to, be aware that it's normal that it's there. We don't just want to be like, no, I really don't want you. I really don't want you. But rather like this, all right, okay, it's part of life. It's okay. I see you. I accept you. I do want to let you go now. Yeah. Does anyone want to share anything? No? Okay. Thank you so much for allowing me to be in your space, for allowing us all to be together. May this light shine onto all of us for the next 6 weeks. May we remember that we can support one another, that we are creating the safe space of unity, of community, of growth, and that there's no wrong ideas. We're not doing anything wrong. If we have fears, we can share them. If we have wins, we can share them. We can really be like a closed community and know that everything that we share here is confidential. We are recording the calls so that you can have access to them, that you can rewatch them. I will post this in the group. The Facebook group is now open for you to use the hashtags and communicate with us. You will receive your first lesson as of Sunday. I will come into the groups on Mondays for a Monday check-in video, and then again on Thursdays just to check in with you and ask how you're doing. But if you have any questions between Monday and Thursday, you're welcome to post them in the group. And if I'm available in between those days, I'll come in and answer you. If you have any questions, yes, Natalia?
I just want to say that you all have freaking amazing names. Like, this group is like, all the names are just so extraordinary, except for mine, but super beautiful. Well, mine is pretty normal, but come on, awesome.
I don't agree that it's pretty normal. Yeah, thank you.
I love mine, but it's very nice. Very cool.
Thank you for sharing. We love your name too. We all have goddess names, right? It's goddess full moon. So I hope you'll be gentle with yourself during this full moon. I hope that you will appreciate the little things and try not to be too hard on yourself, and know that you're already succeeding because you're right here. All right? You have it in you. I love you, and I'll see you in the group. All right?